set you free. I told you you could always count on me. Always count on me.
Greetings to my gentle viewing audience. It's your man Shane Black, and I'm back. I'll probably drop another video Friday or whatever. What the hell? Today is Tuesday, so I'll drop this Wednesday, and I'll drop the second part on Friday, dealing with another strong black female. But it's just always hearing this shit today about Kniara Bridges, some low-level law professor at UC Berkeley, owning Josh Hawley in this Senate Judiciary hearing with regards to abortion. So, they had the hearing, and you've likely already seen the video, but let's watch it one more time while I jump into this, before I jump into this.
Professor Bridges, you said several times, you've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
So your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing that.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who have pregnancy?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So I think it's important.
Because of my line of questioning? So we can't talk about it?
Because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist.
I'm denying that trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies?
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can get pregnant.
So you are denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you?
Absolutely.
Or are they also treated like this? Where
No,
they're told that they're opening up people to violence?
We have a good time in my class. You should join.
I bet.
You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot just in this exchange.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Yep.
There you go. So like I said, it was a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing on abortion. So, yeah, what he asked her, well, let's see, hold on. So, since she's trying to say that, let's see, cisgender women, or she did say like cisgender women can get pregnant and some can't, but then like, trans something can get pregnant and non-binary people can get pregnant or whatever. And, so, my man Josh Hawley, he's like, so, this isn't really a women's rights issue. And then she was like, the strong black woman. Well, we can recognize that it impacts women while recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley. I mean, hey, she's a strong black woman, so you got to expect her to have that strong voice. To which Josh Hawley, let's say, so you're saying that all these different kinds of people can get pregnant, though you're marching out in the street for abortion and saying it's a women's right, and even my senator had some fucking commercial on, political ad, saying they're trying to take a women's primary bodily function or something. So she, another senator, female, Democrat, said that it is a woman's right. Now, this strong black female is saying that all these other people, it's their right too. So, the next question is just, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what? So if all these other people can get pregnant too, and therefore should have access to abortion, what does this low-level Professor Kniara Bridges have to say about what the core of this right is? Nothing. Because she doesn't answer his question. Never did. What she said was, So, I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing them. Oh, the voice of the strong black woman. Just why what the fuck? Just as I'm talking to you right now, that same commercial by that stupid senatorial bitch is running on my TV. I should just I ain't gonna turn that motherfucker off. But look, how did we go from Senator Hawley asking a question about what Kniara believes, what her view is as it relates to what the core of this abortion right is, to her alleging that Senator Hawley is denying that trans people exist? Changing the subject so she doesn't have to answer the question. Like the strong black woman in a marriage. And when she fucks up and you call her on that shit, and she wants to change it around and go from defense to offense. You know, hey babe, you were supposed to make dinner and I don't see shit on the fucking table. It's my turn to make dinner tomorrow, but where the fuck is my food right now? Well, hold on, because you didn't buy the things that I needed from the grocery store to make what I wanted to make you for dinner. So the problem is that if you bought what I wanted to cook tonight to make you dinner, then you'd have it. So the real question is, why didn't you buy that shit when you was at the store last week? Deflection. That's why I'd always rather go to the ghetto and get me a good woman. Not no ghetto hoe, because you still got good women that made a mistake or something. But they'll take care of their man down there. They don't give them that bullshit that Kniara Bridges gave the Senator Hawley. You know, and just like a man, when this strong black female asked him, "Do you think men can get pregnant?" There was no deflection, just a straight up answer, one word, clear. He said no. And she was like, well, then you're denying that trans people exist. How we get from one place to the other. So you strong black women who want to follow in the steps of this professor, you couldn't pay me to send a child to UC Berkeley because of shit like that. There needs to be clarity and truth. Josh Hawley is not an attorney. I may or may not be an attorney. But what I do know is that she would have been treated like a hostile witness, not have forced you to answer the question. So don't talk to me about shit being transphobic. You're changing the subject. We called you up here to this Senate Judiciary Committee hearing to answer questions. If you're not going to answer questions, get your fucking ass out of here. That's how you have to treat the strong black woman. There's no peaceful living with a strong black woman in your home. Because there's always going to be a problem. There's always going to be shit. And unless you're some weak-willed son of a bitch who will allow the strong black female to leave her footprints all up in your ass, you get on down there. You know, you don't necessarily have to go to the projects, but just, hang around in the ghetto a little bit. I guarantee you there's some good black women out there. And then you can have a nice, peaceful home life if you find one of them. But you don't need shit like Kniara Bridges. That's it. That's all. Genevieve, come back. I can't remember the name because I already made the video last week. I just never posted it. I think it's Tiara Mack, somewhere in Rhode Island. And she's like a senator or something up for re-election. We're going to look at her ass tomorrow. And when I say look at her ass, I mean literally. That's it. That's all, General Viewer. I'm out.